Welcome to Sweeps Week. We got sweepstakes running for everything you want. We got a whole set of tires for a Tonka tractor. We've got the whole series of champagne-flavored Jelly Bellies. And we've got our last sweepstakes, the best one of all. It's chocolate-covered kumquats. Whole set. Your Valentine's Day is going to love them. Fuck strawberries. Don't eat strawberries. We got kumquats.
Kumquats are citrus, right?
Yeah, probably. I don't know. Fucking British people eat orange chocolates for the Christmas times.
That's true.
That's got to be a flavor, right? Chocolate kumquat? Probably.
Oh, yeah, maybe it is. And then over in the sad corner, we have, like, the weird Mega Bloks version of, like, off-brand Sesame Street Mega Bloks set.
What's off-brand Sesame Street, Mason? Can you name me the program of the thing that's not Sesame Street? It's Chives Lane.
No, it's a Chia Avenue.
Chia Avenue, but Chia's a brand name too.
But chia seeds, they're not
I see.
like sesame seeds.
We're not talking chia.
Yeah, no. I just thought of a different seed. Or it could be like Sunflower Lane.
I just thought of something pretty funny.
Huh?
Chia is almost, it is a rhythm of the night. Oh Lord, it's going here. Do they still make Chia Pets? I don't even know.
I know that Red and Link had the...
Excuse me. Well, that's because they made it. It's not like it was branded Chia.
That's true, but still.
We're talking about the Good Mythical Morning. There was a quarterly collectible where you could get Rhett and Link Chia heads.
Yeah, but yeah.
They weren't like officially Chia heads. But anyway, this is GuESPers. It's the comedy podcast where Alex
and Mason
try to strengthen our relationship by learning to read each other's minds. And there's only one rule on the podcast, and that is no copyrighted material.
Yep. No copyrighted material.
Chia of the night.
That's like
all right.
2 copyrighted materials in one.
I know. I'm just scoofing.
New boot goofing?
No, I was boot scoofing. I was scoofing my boots.
Old boot.
No.
Old
So
scoot booting?
new boots, but the tread is too smooth, so you got to do some scooting so that you can get the traction.
New boot scooting. Okay.
No, scoofing, because you're scuffing your butt stuff.
You're scuffing. You're scuffing your butt stuff?
Well, this sets the tone for this kind of podcast. I hope everybody's ready. Buckle the fuck up, because we're going on a gravy train.
Ooh.
Do you think they actually transported gravy in trains at some point? And that's why they say gravy train, or is there like... Oh, you see those fancy dinners at, like, Christmas, and they've got, like, one of those toy trains on their table, and it's got a gravy boat in it? You think that's, like, a real thing that people did, or just, like, a movie set thing? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Gravy
boat train.
Where it, like, brings the gravy boat around?
Yeah, it's, like, a little toy train that you put, like, around a Christmas tree.
Was that in multiple different pieces of media?
I'm imagining multiple different pieces of media, but whether or not those are real pieces of media is yet to be explained.
Because that is incredibly specific. I can't imagine that would be in multiple pieces of media.
Well, if you want to know where gravy train comes from, you're going to hit up guespers.tumblr.com and hit those episode corrections. I research, I do everything. The Labor Day info, that was super interesting. You want to read that from last week's episode? That was fucking great.
Yeah.
Learned a lot about right after Labor Day. Can I go on another tangent?
Yeah.
Fuck it. Let's just go 18.
City.
We're like in Inception level 6 right now. My mom had a wreath when I was growing up that had a fucking choo-choo train in it that was automatically activated whenever you got close to the door, and the decibels were uncontrollably loud. So, like, people would walk up to our door and, like, try to, like, just be in the zone to, like, knock or push a doorbell, and the thing would just go, and everybody would get scared. Or, like, mom would do yard work and get too close to the door, and it'd be like, and she'd be like, oh god, fuck, I hate this thing. and I remember she, like, turned it off and would never turn it on. I'm like, but the horrifying train. And how else are we going to signify the holidays if we aren't scared shitless?
I was ready and fully prepared for you to say, my mom used to have a wreath with a gravy boat in it.
I wish. Talk about fancy. Could you pass the wreath, please? And then you just, like, lift a giant fucking circle. You're like, here you go. You pour it. Pine needles get on your food.
Oh.
It's perfect. All right, you want to mind meld? I'm done with the tangent. No more.
Yeah, sure.
That tangent line, it's coming back onto the paper. It's like your calculus homework went fucking crazy. Are there tangents in calculus? Oh, God. Aya taught me nothing. She's never been my teacher, so I don't know why she would teach me anything.
It's a sine, cosine, and tangent.
Sweet. I'll check with Aya later and throw that into the episode corrections just in case. All right, so Mind Meld is where we warm up our psychic ovens by hitting each other with a countdown clock, and then we try to converge on a psychic point in 3 tries without discussion to try to just get on a wavelength to be ready to guess each other's thoughts. You ready, Mason?
Yeah.
Were you born ready?
I was conceived ready.
I just don't know if your parents were thinking about me when they were conceiving you. I feel like that wasn't an option of my existence. I was alive, right?
You were.
I wasn't gesticulating. I wasn't in a womb, right? I was like alive when you were conceived.
Yeah.
I would have been like a month or so old or something, though, right? Because you had to gestate for like 9 months, right?
Yeah. So you were May of.
Yeah,
and I'm
November
of the following.
Well, let's just
year.
count down, right? So November, December, January, February, March. Well, no, we got to count backwards from when you were born. So November, that's
October, September, August, July, June, April. No, May, April, March, February.
So you were Valentine's Day baby, probably.
Yeah, probably. But no, you would have been almost
February.
a year old.
Oh, wow.
You would have been like 8 months old.
Okay, yeah, cool. I don't know I guess they could have thought about me then.
Yeah, maybe they saw you at a grocery store or something.
Yeah, because they were definitely in the state that I was in at the time. Okay, what? We got a mind meld. You ready to run?
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever. You theoretically could have been born ready, and that's all that matters to me. All right. 3,
2,
1.
Bonsai trees.
All right. I pick up what you're putting down. 3,
2, 1.
Hedge
Apple
clippers.
orchard.
Okay. 3,
2,
1.
Cherry
Ladder.
picker.
That was so close, though, right?
Holy shit.
I was going to go one of 2 ways. I was like, I'm either going to go basket or ladder. I'm like, I got to go with the ladder.
And I went with wordplay.
Wordplay.
Because the cherry picker is not actually.
Also, isn't that a copyrighted material? Well, we don't do that in this section, but.
What? Cherry picker is not a
I
copyrighted
don't think that's
material.
the official name for the stupid chairlift. Is it?
I think it's like a slang name for it. I don't
okay.
think it's a brand of that.
I don't know. Maybe there is. I don't know. Episodecorrections.com. Oh, man. I should get our own website one day, so I could just say, like, GuESPers.com. Squarespace!
I said bonsai, and I had a visceral memory of an old... Oh, gosh. It was, like, on Spike TV. It was, like, a comedy hour. It was, like, called, like, the Bonsai Comedy Hour.
Ooh.
And there was this segment on there. I'm sorry, feel like I'm creating work for you. But,
I'll look it up, whatever. It's not even the most obscure thing you've made me look up, Math Blasters.
Hey.
We found it, I know.
And they talk about...
Oh, no, it wasn't Math Blasters? That was that video game, right?
No.
What was the video
game? It was
game?
the Dr. Brain.
Yeah, that's the most obscure thing you've had me look up.
There was a segment in the Bonsai Comedy Hour. I don't know if that's what it's called. But it was a guy called Mr. Shake Hands Man.
Okay.
And it was a Japanese man who would go and interview someone, and while he was conducting in the interview, he would never stop shaking their hand. And the whole thing was, they had a timer running to see how long he could do it. If he could get through the whole interview without ever breaking the handshake, or until the celebrity person was like, stop shaking my hand, or pulled away forcefully.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
I would love to watch that.
Yeah.
I want to.
I'm pretty sure he was Mr. Shake Hands Man.
Mr. Shake Hands Man. They really went full creative Can I tell my bonsai story?
Yeah, you tell your bonsai.
Okay, you remember when Andrew bought those, like, bioluminescent bonsai seeds?
Yes.
Well, I found out in the Good Mythical Morning where they were trimming the bonsais that just getting the seeds to propagate takes over a year. So Andrew planted those seeds, waited 3 months, figured they was dead, and then just threw it away. But it probably hadn't even germinated yet because it takes so long.
Yep. And instead of, I don't know, looking that up,
he just threw it away.
Just assumed and
bad.
threw it away.
Somewhere in a trash heap. I hope those bonsais are glowing and growing. Like,
yeah, I mean, maybe.
You never know. I just read a whole thing about somebody who was growing their plants out of their composter and then replanting them in your lawn, and it would make them more powerful.
Whoa.
Also, there's something called chaos gardening, where you just take it started when farmers had handfuls of random ass seeds that they didn't know what to do with from 5 tomato seeds, 16 cantaloupe seeds, and so what they would do, they'd just go to the whatever empty plot of land they had, and then just fucking throw all the seeds down, and then whatever plants grew is whatever plants grew. But and apparently it's really successful, and home gardeners have adapted it also.
Well, will multiples of those plants, of the different kinds of seeds grow, or are they too close together? Will one of them?
Yeah, and so that's one of the problems with chaos gardening is you usually have to adjust where the plants actually will grow because they'll grow really too close together and stuff. But yeah, other than that, it is pretty susceptible. You can do it.
Neat.
All right, it's time for everybody's favorite part of the podcast where I arbitrarily come up with a question to see who goes first. That wasn't near as fast as I normally do it. I'm kind of bummed out about myself. And that question
sorry, it was still pretty fast. Okay, sorry.
It was so slow you yawned.
I yawn all the time.
That
on this
question
podcast
is, who's the last person who picked up lint off the floor? Yep.
I did this morning.
No, that was off my pants. I don't think I have today. Ah, fuck me. God damn it. Alright, whatever. Go first. You little gopher.
Gopher.
You little gopher popping your little head out of the ground and ruining my plants. I'm trying to chaos garden over here.
I'm alright.
You think the Chaos Emerald's chaos garden? Is that a sentence? I don't know if that's a sentence. Maybe. Ask Will Smith. Isn't that sentence that's Will Smith, Will Smith, Will Smith, and that's actually a sentence?
Yeah, yep, exactly. I'm just gonna abandon my Kenny Loggins joke I was trying to make.
No, we could shoehorn it in. Fuck it. Get Kenny's on here. Get Kenny on the horn.
You called me a gopher, and I said, I'm alright. I was gonna go, ain't nobody worried about me.
How did that work with Is Gopher in those lyrics?
No, it's the Caddyshack, the movie Caddyshack, and the gopher dances
on a previous episode that I've never seen Caddyshack though, and I still haven't since whatever episode that was. I'm not gonna put that in episode corrections. Y'all just gotta listen to the episodes and figure it out.
Yeah, we don't fucking go through our backlog like that.
Yeah, we do some, but not that much.
Yeah, if we think that it's possibly a part of one of the guest lists, we might look for it, but
it might be, but I don't know if I care that much.
Yeah, but yeah, no, the gopher dances to I'm Alright, so you called me a gopher.
Gotcha. That joke would have gone straight over my head because I don't know Caddyshack. Alright, you want to go first? You should do that.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Now I have that song stuck in my head. Don't nobody worry about me.
Okay, and go.
A majestic eagle takes off, but he hits his head on a higher branch of the tree. It's kind of sad. I don't know what happens to him after that, because it's kind of like one of those bonk blackout situations. So, did he fall? Did he just land back on the branch he tried to take off of? I want to know. I'm worried about the eagle.
That's really funny.
Thanks. I'm channeling that video of those two bees that just fucking run into each other like doofuses. You seen that video?
Yes, I have.
It's so funny.
They just bumble right into each other.
Just blop right in midair.
It's so good. They're so dumb.
Bumblebees are so dumb, so cute.
You remember the big old fat boys at our college?
Oh yeah, there are these planners on one of the main walkways in our college, and they had fucking the bumbliest bees. They were 4 to 5 inches big, and they just fucking buzzed. I don't even know if they had stingers. They were just good, fluffy boys.
You could see them from really far away, and you could hear them from really far away,
Yeah,
because that's how big they were.
They made the sound of, like, tiny motorboats. They were just like... Oh, sorry. My lips aren't wet enough for that. What was... I like that. You like, started a song.
Alright, we fucking...
Come on, make a motorboat noise. You sound like a horse that's very tired. Oh no, he's running out of steam. Oh no, he's getting farther away. Oh, he's gone. Yeah, God, I wish that was the noise horses make all the time.
They just keep going until they just pass out.
Good content.
But yeah, I was gonna say they make a really loud noise because they're so big, and it's honestly the same principle that reminds me of when we went to Japan, and I had never heard what a real ass fucking like raven sounded like.
It was so loud.
And so you think about like crows and shit here, and they're just like, "Arr! Arr!" And then you go to Japan and you get one of those big boys at your door, and they're like, "Oh!"
And then it echoes through the empty city walls. And you're like, Jesus, there's a raven within 5 miles of me somewhere. It could be above me. It could be 8 miles from here. I don't know, but it's there.
Yeah. It fucking threw me for a loop. And it's same in London, honestly. Those boys are real big, too.
Yeah, it's like we got the shit end of the crow big chart. They're just small.
Shit into the crow stick, shit into the squirrel stick.
Fucking squirrels. I don't like squirrels. Alex is on the record, doesn't like squirrels.
Yeah, she really doesn't like squirrels.
I don't. So did I nail it with the eagle thing? I'm assuming I did. You want to turn that into a
I can't.
Why
All
not?
good conscience.
Good conscience. Who has a conscience? I don't. My
This
soul
podcast.
is black. The podcast?
Podcast got a conscience.
The podcast is alive?
Yeah.
When did that when did we give it sentience? Like 44? Like what?
Yeah,
When did that
just a
happen?
couple episodes ago.
Yeah, just a couple episodes ago, I said the magic words like Clita Barada Nick 2 and it just came to life. Yeah, I said that wrong. I don't give a shit. I'm gonna go with it.
I like that you said clita.
Yeah, clita, like a clitoris. You're welcome.
Clita bruschetta necktie.
Clita bruschetta necktie. I wish that's what fucking what's his face had said. I can't remember his name. I know it's Ash. What's his real name? Bruce Campbell.
Bruce Campbell.
What's his real name?
You know that's from another movie, right?
Yes, I do know that. So is the Necronomicon, but that's just like neither here nor there.
Necronomicon's like
an old death book from like forever ago.
That's not like from another movie. That's just.
I mean, it probably is also from another movie.
Yeah, but that's like saying that fucking a movie with an elf in it. It's like, well, but that's also that's like from Lord of the Rings, and it's like, no, it's not. Elves exist just outside of it.
Well, I guess Santa's elves are magical. I'm getting real confused. What did you picture?
Oh, it was like a deep sea monster creature wearing blue jeans.
Like what? Like are we talking like an octopus boy? Are we talking like a football fish boy? What kind of boy is wearing jeans?
Yeah, the football fish is that the one with the light?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like a football fish wearing jeans.
Are they slimming jeans? Are we talking Wranglers?
They're straight fit.
Does he have shoes?
No
Some
shoes.
Cavender's cowboy boots.
I kind of want him to now, but no. In my original
that,
image,
and
he
he's
was
got
not
a
wearing
hat,
it.
but the hat has a hole in it for his little light to come out, like the Chilean miners.
Oh my God, no! We're not bringing the Chilean miners into this.
Oh man. Do you think it could work if, like, Chilean... I don't know why they have to be Chilean.
Do you think you could work as a Chilean miner? Is that what you're going to ask me?
That's not what I was going to ask. Don't assume you know what I'm going to ask.
When you're not Chilean.
It's not what... Yeah, exactly. What I'm trying to say is, you know how fucking miners bring canaries down into the mines in the olden days to see if they would die of... Why'd you say it's sad? Like you've done that and almost died.
No, just because it's fucked up they killed those canaries.
The way you said it really sounded like you had skin the game. You're like, yeah, my dad was a miner. He killed 8 canaries.
No, it was just kind of like,
bummed me out. It's so sad. Remind me to tell you a canary story in a second. What if, in addition, they didn't have electricity or fire, and so they had to, like, have football fish in tanks? And they just... I feel like lightning bugs would be the easier thing to go for a luminescent animal, but no, they had, like, football fish.
Football fish.
You think they could viably mine?
Yeah.
Sure?
Yeah, sure.
I don't know the luminosity of a football fish. Well, like GuESPers.tumblr.com, episode corrections.
Oh, man, good luck with that one.
Come on, somebody has had to chart the luminosity of a football fish. Don't break my parade. Okay, my canary story. My grandma had a canary back before World War II, and then World War II happened, and she lived in Italy, and the bombs fell somewhere near her, and the quaking of the bomb, and they kept the canary in the window. I shit you not, did not kill the canary, but blasted all of the feathers off of it. Yeah. Like, it scared the birds so bad, and, like, I guess from, like, the blast of, like, the strength of it, it blew it bald. It had, like, a couple tail feathers and, like, a couple head feathers left, but otherwise,
it wasn't dead.
It didn't die, yeah. It was really... Like, those things have the tiniest hearts. Like, it's crazy. But, yeah, no, and they kept it for, like, only a little while longer because they had to go down into the sewers, but that's, like, neither here nor there, but, yeah.
But you would assume it would have just scared itself to death at that point.
Yeah, I'm assuming they just left it to die because that's, like, no offense what old Italians did. They didn't really give a shit about their pets, but, like...
Yeah. In that situation...
Also, there's a war.
When you don't really have a choice, would it be better to
just,
leave
like,
it
open
to
the
die
door?
or let it go? Release it into the wild?
Both it will just die. I would rather at least give it a fucking chance.
Yeah.
Like, alternatively, as someone who owns a parrot now, like, if we let fucking Olive out, he's just gonna die instant. I don't think he'll even understand to walk out of the house. He's too stupid. He's too domesticated. He's gotten dumb.
He's terrified of anything that's like an inch beyond the wall of his cage.
He would literally just sit in his cage and scream at our dead bodies to feed him more food, I feel like.
Yep.
We're like, why aren't you getting up?
I mean, fuck, he almost starves himself to death normally if we don't give him food.
I don't like pellets.
Give me seeds.
They're like cheeseburgers. You can't eat that many. It's a treat.
I want seeds.
You need pellets.
Give me Cheetos.
No! You can't have Cheetos, dummy. Okay, can I take a turn?
Yeah, if you want.
My grandma owned a porcupine once, too, like as a pet. And that wasn't even in the war. That was in her adult life for some reason.
Why?
I don't know. Can't remember the story, but
not
she
even
owned
like
it
a
for
hedgehog.
Like 6 months.
Like a full-ass porcupine.
Real full-size porcupine. Anyway, every time I picture it, and this is just because of like stupid associations, I picture the porcupine from Homeward Bound. And so I picture my grandma in that forest from Homeward Bound with her porcupine, and I'm just like, that's definitely not what it looked like. I don't think grandma ever lived in a forest. I think she just lived in suburbia and just had a porcupine.
I don't know why. I don't have any special connection to this character, but every time I think of porcupines, I always think of the one from Toy Story 3.
Prickly Pants? I think it's called Prickly
Yeah, he was
Pants.
like an actor.
Yeah, he had little overalls.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he was a hedgehog.
Oh, was he a hedgehog?
He's the size of a hedgehog, but he's also a toy.
Yeah.
So he could still just be... well, I guess episode corrections. GuESPers.tumblr.com.
It's a porcupine or a hedgehog.
Yeah, is Mr. Prickly Pants or... Okay. I'm going to take my turn.
Yeah, you take a turn.
Close my eyes. I'm going to take a turn and got it. Go.
We're going to take a turn and guess it up.
Guess it up.
Yeah. Okay.
Gas station.
Alright.
Bolero.
So you're
Exxon.
throwing out shit that's interfering with the waves.
Okay, I'm turning it off.
Alright. And He's a fuzzy little caterpillar.
Hmm.
And he's inching along.
Mm-hmm.
And then what's that? Oh, he's coming up on a wall. Oh, that's not a wall. That's a skyscraper. This is a giant caterpillar. And he's in the
Aw.
middle of the city.
That's so cute. Mason like wiggled his finger like he had a little inchworm. It was very cute.
Yeah, he goes like, ooh.
Brr, brr, and then he eats a car.
Yeah.
Because he's really big. So Mothra's child is loose in the city.
Yeah.
But they're not eggs or like little tiny children, human beings. Deep fucking cut. You're welcome.
Yeah,
Anyway.
the Mothra twins that they kind of alluded to existing in the newest King of the Monsters one.
What was the? Can you remind me of what the?
It was the Asian girl and her twin sister that were like scientists.
Yes, 100%. I
Yeah.
do remember that. Do I want to mine this boat? You got your football fish and your canary?
I was just gonna. I brought up Godzilla King of the Monsters. I just wanted to bring up how, while the action scenes in it were great and Kong was pretty dope, Kong Skull Island as a movie sucks major butt.
Oh my god, I have never seen so many jump cuts. Unless it was a fucking YouTuber's fucking shitty paint by numbers video. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it was. This is old news because the movie's been out since 2017, but we just saw it like a week ago, and like, whew, oh boy.
That dude, who I only know from Death Stranding, he's the film director in Death Stranding, the director of Kong Skull Island. Like, man, fuck that guy. He takes no criticism. And also, he should, because there's many things that are very confusing about his directorial style. The weird military porn shots, which I don't know if they forced him to do, but he did. And
Yeah.
the incessant jump cutting, the, like, no time with any character. Like, I could fucking go on for years.
Yeah, we start the movie, and John Goodman and that other actor, and I feel really bad because it's like I should respect him just as much as I respect John Goodman as an actor.
Well, you have time with John Goodman. What other movies have you seen that guy in?
Straight Outta Compton.
Oh, well, then, yeah, you should fucking know what his name is.
He was Dr. Dre in
You should
Straight
know what
Outta
his name
Compton.
was. It's very sad.
And he also,
So John Goodman and Dr. Dre's doppelganger.
yeah, are the main characters.
Yep.
They're like the focus.
Well, introduced as the main characters.
Yeah. And we follow them up till the second Tom Hiddleston's character is introduced.
And then back burner.
Boom. He is now the main character, and Brie Larson is also the main character.
Yeah. Oh my god. Like, it had the bones. The structure of the story was interesting, but it was just like, what the fuck? And also, I get it, John C. Reilly is funny, but like, taper it down, okay? It didn't make sense tonally in the movie for him to just go on weird long tangents.
Yeah. And also, talk about a fucking wartime photojournalist that took absolutely no pictures of anything important.
As someone who has a degree in photography, I cannot tell you how fucking mad everything she did made me. All of it was wrong. They didn't even fucking try to get any of the photography stuff right. She literally is just out there not adjusting her fucking f-stop or making longer exposures, shooting in pitch blackness like it's gonna fucking show up on a goddamn film camera. I gotta calm down. I can't. Do you want to know my fucking I can't do that.
Yeah.
I can't get into it. The only plus side is she is the Nikon. That's the fucking only one. That's it. She falls, by the way, onto her camera at one point, and I'm like, I don't care if you're being hurled through the air. If you're a photojournalist or anything, your camera becomes your top priority. No good photographer would ever do that. I have absolutely fallen down a cliffside while taking pictures, and my hand was up in the air, camera safe, before my own well-being at any moment. So fuck her, fuck that. Okay, I gotta stop.
You gotta
I'm too
stop.
mad. I'm so sorry. Okay. So anyway, it's a bunch of driftwood carvings of people waiting in line to get driftwood ice cream. I don't know why I say driftwood again. It's all just driftwood. It's just like, I don't know.
Even the ice cream is driftwood. Does that make them cannibals?
I didn't think about that, but yes, absolutely it makes them cannibals.
And Hannibal's really getting to you, huh?
I'm just like, subconsciously channeling Hannibal through fucking driftwood.
Oh, we're watching Hannibal, by the way.
Yeah, we're watching Hannibal. You can't even keep up with the amount of things that I'm watching at any given time. You don't know me. But yeah, no, I just imagine like you're on a beach and you like wander up and you run into the driftwood carvings and you're just like, what is this? Like a secret art installation? This just seems dumb.
Oh, it's really funny.
Yep. Good, right?
Good stuff.
The guy with his little driftwood hat. Working fucking 9 to 5 all the time because he eats driftwood and can't leave.
Little driftwood Chilean miners.
Why are they Chilean miners? Well, I mean, if I guess I was stuck in a mine for 6 weeks, I'd probably really want some ice cream. I mean, I want a lot of things, probably. But, like, you know how people always do that? Like, what are you going to do when you get back? And I was like, I'm going to eat a cheeseburger. Like, one of those guys had to be like, I'm going to get some gelato.
Yeah.
I don't know what a Chilean accent sounds like or what ice cream is called in Chile.
Gelato's not just what ice cream is called in Italy. Like, gelato's a different thing.
I don't think Italians have ice cream fucking Baskin Robbins though.
I know. I'm just saying.
All of their ice cream is just called gelato. Like.
And it's all gelato. It's not ice. It's like
saying.
A completely different thing.
But that's okay. But that's what I'm saying. I don't know what the Chile word for ice cream is.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
See. You see what I'm saying?
I still take issue with how you're phrasing it, but I see what you're saying.
You know what fucks me up? So if like un glace, I'm saying the pronunciation is horrible, but that's
glace.
Yeah, it's ice cream in French. You know what that also is? It's just snow.
Oh, is it like would that be like anglaise?
No, that's the word for
like
English people. No, anglaise is a British person. It's Britain. That's what they call England. So creme anglaise is English cream. Because it's an English created cream dish.
Okay.
I'll double check, but like episode corrections.
No, I believe you.
Tumblr.com. No, but I mean, I gotta throw it in there.
Naming stupid shit like that all the time.
But glass, right? And that's GLACE. I can't remember if it's feminine or masculine. Is ice cream, but it is also just fucking snow. So, like, who the fuck knows anymore? I don't know. Does gelato have another word meaning? Probably.
Wonder what they call snow cones.
You ever think about that? How, like, other languages, they're like, here's the fucking kanji for flower. It's also the kanji for moonlight. Like, it means 2 words. But then our words are just like, this is chair. It means chair. There's no alternate meanings. It's just chair.
Yeah, yep.
Why don't we have double fun words? I guess because English already fucking sucks so much.
Well, I mean, we have double words, but they're not very fun.
You talking about homonyms, homophones?
It's
like
homophone. CNC, so it's spelled differently but pronounced the same.
SEA, yeah.
What's the word for if it's spelled the same but it can be pronounced 2 different ways?
Oh, like read and read?
Or lead and led, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. But that's not even really different meanings because it's just different tenses of the same verb. I'm saying like a word that literally means another word.
Well, lead and led isn't because.
Oh, you're talking like lead pipes.
Yeah, because led by the hand would be LED.
But you can also lead someone and you have been led to this conclusion. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
but that's not how you would still spell that word though. Lead in that context is just LED, not LEAD.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Oh, yeah, I guess we do have some of those. All right, well, prove me wrong in 5 seconds. Sounds good. Hey, Mason, you want to take your turn?
Yeah, sure. Okay.
We interrupt this guest to bring you more sweeps weeks. We've got another sweepstakes running hot. You can get it for the next 12 minutes if you go to... I'm sorry. It's just so funny. If you go to Aldi.com and you go to contact and then you type in Bisco Boy into the comment section and send them your email, and you will be entered to win this lovely set of soy sauce containers that look like fish.
Oh man, if anyone does that, there's gonna be like a dude at Aldi HQ that's just gonna be like,
what the fuck is Bisco
Boy?
Oh, this is a fun noise I made, huh? I don't usually snort, but I did then.
Was that a snort, or is it more like a choke?
I have a sinus infection, so I'm just kind of wheezing at all times. All right, no, do your dirty dude.
Do my dirty dude. Do your dirty dude.
I wonder if I could start a t-shirt company called Do Your Dirty Dude. And it's just you're doing your dude right by getting him clean t-shirts because he's always dirty.
I mean, if there's a fucking clothing line called Rip a Dip, I'm sure you could make a clothing line called Do Your Dirty Dude.
I like the Australian Mud Company one where they use the red clay to dye the shirts, and it's just called like Mud Company.
That's good. Okay, turn. Alright. And go.
I've got an image before you said go, but I gotta say it because it's so good.
Alright.
Okay, so you're walking around in a tropical rainforest, you're like, oh, it's so beautiful, and then you hear, it's not a rainforest, it's hooked up with those grocery store misters, and they activated, and they're just spraying all the plants and stuff.
That's amazing.
Isn't that so good? Because you know
so
how,
good.
like, when you're in a grocery store and you can hear the telltale signs of the mister about to go off, where it, like, squirts a little bit? You ever been in one of those fancy grocery stores where they have the thunderclap sound effect? The first time I heard that scared me so bad, because I was like, why is there thunder inside the grocery store? And then it started misting, and I was like, oh, okay, that was
like
scary.
a fun thing, yeah.
So we're talking misters on fucking enormous, like skyscraper levels to get the whole rainforest.
You just be in that and you think, you're just like,
Well, if it's near a rainforest area, I'm assuming it's just really fucking hot, and I'd probably be like, yes, this is as good as Six Flags gets.
But then it stops, and now you're just wet, and now it's just humid.
This is as good as Six Flags gets. You tell me you never been to a fucking Six Flags and just, like, been like, I'm dying, gotten the mist or gotten fucking soaked and been like, I'm alive again. Thank you, water. Same thing at Disneyland. Fucking any theme park that has misters and is good.
Kind of. I would enjoy it, but then, like, I didn't like being wet afterwards.
You'd be wet for, like 5 seconds, 1,000 degrees outside. Like...
Yeah, and then what would be even worse is I would go on the, like, ride where you just get fucking soaked.
I've never been on a water log ride or a water slide.
Well, the water log ride at Six Flags doesn't really get you that wet, but there's one where, like, literally the whole ride is you go up, you go around, and then you crash down into some water, and it just split and gets you fucking soaked.
I've never been on one, mostly because the water looks putrid already, and I don't really want to splash into it. It seems kind of gross.
You never went to Disneyland, did Splash Mountain?
I don't think I've ever been on Splash Mountain. Yeah, I think you're 100% correct.
Damn,
and we tried to go on Splash Mountain when we were in Japan, but the fucking ride was closed.
Yeah, that and
was that Space
Mountain was closed.
Space Mountain was closed.
Space Mountain and Small World were closed at Tokyo
is fucking
Disney.
Ridiculous. Cannot believe I couldn't take you on fucking It's a Small World after all.
It would have been in Japanese.
Been like, Korewa something the world I don't know world in Japanese. Fuck. I'm like fucked up. Whatever, just watch it still be It's a Small World after all, because they fucking that song bops so hard that they were like, we can't translate this. Fuck it. We can translate Jack Sparrow, but we can't translate this.
That was fucking wild. As someone who's never actually been to Disneyland, and the first time I ever ride Pirates of the Caribbean, everything's just in fucking Japanese.
I gotta say, the intro for Haunted Mansion really loses its luster when you can't understand a single word that's being said and you're jam-packed in a room with 15,000 Japanese high school students.
Because it was Golden Week.
Because it was Golden Week and we're idiots. But yeah, and it's just like doing the fucking preface for Haunted Mansion in Japanese, and we're all just in the rotating room like, I don't know what's happening right now. I hope it's scary.
Oh man, yeah, they're really explaining everything, and then just like, I'm just like thinking, and then in the middle of my thought, a woman just shrieks. Because I wasn't ready for anyone to shriek.
Because there was no dramatic build-up. You were just like ambiance. You're like, yeah, this room's kind of hot, huh? There's a lot of people in here. Get me into my weird chair so I can spin around and see the holograms, please.
Oh man, what did they say in at the beginning of Pirates? He likes a bunch of Japanese, and then at the end he says like a pirate phrase in English, and then cackles, and I was just like, this is ridiculous, and I love it.
I like remember, but I don't remember. What So I nailed it on Big Rainforest before you even said that you had your image? Why not?
Nope.
You should have picked up the feedback waves.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
No. Take that no and turn it into a yes.
If that beard scratch appeared on the audio, I apologize.
It definitely did. That was like sandpaper rubbing against pearlescent pearls, I guess.
I'm sorry. I've got a freshly shaved beard and it's itchy.
Gotta scrub a dub.
Yeah. No, mine was like a dude who has crazy hair, but it's not hair. It's like rainbow little pipe cleaners like you would use.
Does that mean I can like arrange his hair in like whatever kooky fashion I want? Oh, good. He's like a bendable, posable man. I love that. Do you remember the fucking... Well, you wouldn't because neither of us would remember because the toy predates both of us. The Etch-a-Sketch, but it's like the give hair to Charlie or whatever.
Yes,
So you take
I had
the
to give hair to Charlie.
You did?
Yes.
Or whatever it's called. I'm giving it the... It's not give hair to Charlie. That can't be the toy name.
But I do remember when I think his name was Charlie.
Yeah, whatever that toy is. I went to a vintage toy exhibit at a local museum when I was a child, and you got to like interact with like a playable version of the toy. And it was the first time I'd ever seen one. I was like, what's up with this Etch-a-Sketch? And my mom's like, it's not an Etch-a-Sketch. Check it out. And I was just like, oh, I can put hair on him. This is fun for like 5 seconds.
And
like,
you could put hair on him anywhere. You could give him a mustache. You could give him a, like,
and it was just like
hairy nose.
It was like lead shavings and a magnet pen.
Yep.
Did you ever have the one that was like, it was like a plastic sheet and it had like a little grid on it, and then you had a little plastic pen, and when you touched it to the screen it made like a dark gray mark on it, and you could just like draw little things on it. It was kind of like the same principles in Etch-a-Sketch, but then it had like a wiper, and you would like wipe the screen off to start again.
I loved that thing.
I used mine all the time. I used mine, and then there were certain points where I'd tap too hard so it wouldn't erase.
Yeah.
So there was always like little dots. I don't know what that's called. Well, episode corrections, GuESPers.tumblr.com.
God, I used to use that all the time. Wow, that was a visceral memory. Yeah. That was almost as visceral.
Viscerable. It's where you eviscerate someone. It's how viscerable they are to eviscerate.
That's good. That was almost as visceral as a few episodes ago when I remembered Bumbleballs.
Oh yeah, Bumbleballs. That was the meme tweet that I made. The 5-minute meme with the Bumbleball with the face.
But yeah, no, the fucking... Oh man.
I know, right? I remember I had an Etch-a-Sketch, and I was drawing the U.S. on it, and I was doing a great time, and then I went to lunch, and then I came back, I was like, time to pick up my Etch-a-Sketch, and when I picked it up, it was like, you're shaking me, right? And then all of the U.S. disappeared, and I went, why? Because all I did was, like, pick it up. I didn't, like, shake it or anything, but it was like, the sand moved. Like, why, Etch-a-Sketch?
It's crazy that it demagnetized just from a little shimmy.
I don't know. Maybe it's because I waited a couple hours, and it just been, like, sitting on a table. I don't know.
What's the coolest thing you ever drew with the Etch-a-Sketch?
Bugs Bunny. I think I have a picture of it somewhere, too. I was, like, proud of it. He looks pixelated because, yeah, but, like, I worked hard on it. I liked my Etch-a-Sketch.
You figure out how to, like, well, because, like, it's really easy to figure out that you can get the line to curve if you just turn both of the knobs at the same time.
Yeah, you literally have to Tokyo drift it to just, like, get it just right.
Yeah, but
you
like
make love to the twisters.
You learned how to do that like well though.
No, I never did. No, that's why it was pixelated.
I was gonna say you drew Bugs Bunny, but no.
It was really like again, I'd have to find the photo, but like it was really pixelated, like very square. I'm doing my best, okay? He looked like Minecraft, and I did what I could. Like
Minecraft bugs.
Minecraft Bumblebee. Have you seen the Bumblebee in Minecraft? It's super cute.
Yes, I have.
It's so cute. What's your favorite Minecraft animal?
My favorite Minecraft animal? Oh, the pigs.
The pigs? Yeah. I like the Bumblebee's like really high up there. I think they added an axolotl.
What?
That's super cute. Yeah. Or maybe it was just a fan creation. But either way, I saw a Minecraft axolotl. It was very cute.
It's one of the dumbest one.
What?
Chicken.
I don't like that you can't lead the chickens. You can lead everything except for the chickens, basically. Well, maybe you can. I haven't played fucking Minecraft in a long time, but like...
It's just the... I always just called them ducks because they just looked like ducks to me.
But ducks are a different thing, and they do have ducks now.
And I back when I was playing, they did not have ducks, so I don't remember that.
I was like, I'm gonna build a golem to fucking protect my whatever, and then he like got in the chicken coop, and he was too big, and he kept like crushing my chickens. Like they wouldn't die, but they would like disappear inside of his body, and I'd be like, where are my chickens, golem? Get out of there! You're supposed to protect us from creepers and stuff. I hate you.
I tamed so many dogs, or so many wolves, and made them dogs.
My story with my dogs is there were no dogs where I spawned at all. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to go to a biome that has fucking dogs. I had to go like thousands of fucking points away. And then I was just like, well, now I've got to make it count. So I literally led back. I coerced at least 20 dogs. 12 of them made the journey back because we went nonstop day and night and just fucking booked back to my house. And then I locked them all in my basement. All my dogs.
Why'd you lock them in the basement?
Well, because I didn't want them to keep following me because my house was in the middle of the ocean and I felt bad having to make them run 800 miles and then swim like 50 miles into the ocean.
God.
And then I released some snow golems inside of my house, which I didn't think about like the long term of that. So my house was just full of snow all the time. It was very inconvenient.
Aww.
I know.
I accidentally burned down a village.
I mean, who hasn't?
Like one of those villages where like the AI people live.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Who hasn't?
Yeah. It felt so dumb, and I felt so bad. I was like, these people didn't do anything to me.
I was using their oven to smelt the glass for my underwater house, and I heard the telltale explosions of creepers, and I went out, and like 3 of their houses had gotten blown up, and they were all like, "Huh," and really sad and sounded like Squidward, and I was like, oh man, guys, I'm so sorry. So I built them their houses, but apparently their AI was too stupid to understand. It's not like by the way, I put back the same material that had exploded away. But they couldn't figure it out. So I was like, all right, dudes, do you want to where are they? Where are all the men? And so they were in the last house in the village, the only one that wasn't built up by creepers. And there were like 12 of them in the one house. God. And I literally opened it. It was like opening the door to an orgy. And they all like turn and look at me. And I'm like, what are you all doing? I built you your houses back. I hate you.
So good.
You're so dumb.
So
How do they live? How do they live when I'm not around? Because when I'm around, they die. This has been Minecraft Hour with the GuESPers team. Shit.
You're talking about Minecraft for a real long time. You want to take your last turn? We wrap this baby up.
Is it time to turn and U-turn? Should I make a U-turn here on Magnolia?
Turn it up.
I'm gonna take a U-turn. Turn it up. How can you turn a U-turn up? Do you like go into the sky?
Yep.
Like, you make it like way wider than it needs to be, like you're a semi-truck but you're driving a smart car. Gonna take my big U-turn now.
Yup.
Okay, I'm gonna close my eyes and I'm gonna picture an image and I've got it.
Oh, okay. How about the? Give me a second.
Okay, I heard the thing.
I don't even know.
Copyrighted material?
No, come on.
The thing is definitely copyrighted.
It's a movie, but that's not like...
Yeah, but like what else are you talking about? You talking about Thing from Addams Family? That's all copyrighted. Come on, get this image.
Okay, and... Alright, I'm getting... a spring?
Like water?
No, like a curly, like a boingy spring.
Okay, gotcha.
A spring that bounced off into space 100 years ago and it has just crashed back down to Earth from orbit.
Okay, real quick. I know that we're doing a thing right now, but I have got to tell you about this fucking episode of Pokémon Journeys that I watched today.
Okay.
So it was like a fucking fever dream, and I'm already sick. So it starts with like Team Rocket, and they're bored, and they're like, they do the come on thing to make the Pelipper come out of the sky to give them Pokeballs, and the Pelipper gives them a Slowking and a Magikarp, and they're like, okay, it's time for a 2-parter, and then it just hard cuts away from Team Rocket. cuts to Ash and Go, who are going to enter a magic carp splash competition to see whose magic carp can jump the highest. And in a previous episode, you might have seen me see that Go caught a fucking enormous magic carp. And it can splash really high because it's so big. So he enters the competition, and then like fucking Rock Lee during the competition takes off its weights. It had fin weights on so that it could jump really high. And then it jumps, and Go goes, break the stratosphere, and that motherfucker went straight into space. For real. And there's a shot of Magikarp with its big doofy eyes, and he's seeing the moon up close because he's in motherfucking space. And then it cuts back, and the Magikarp people are like, we have to disqualify you because your Magikarp has to come down to complete a jump. And Goes like, my Magikarp's just gone. Hard cuts again. Now it's Ash and Go, and they've arrived on Slowpoke Island. They sing a whole reggae song about Slowpoke that fucking slapped. All of this is dead ass real, by the way. And then Ash is eating Magikarp branded ramen noodles out of a cup. A Slow King walks up and asks to trade. Ash says, you can just have my noodles. Slow King likes it so much he gives Ash his hat, his genius hat. Ash becomes a British genius person. Cue a segment where they're kicking each other the hat. So like Pikachu wears the hat, Raboot wears the hat, Go wears the hat. Each one of them, when they wear it, becomes British and also the king of all the Slowpoke. And all the Slowpoke are just watching. And then, what's that in the fucking distance? Coming down from the stratosphere! It's the motherfucking Magikarp. And he hits the ground so hard, he ejects the hat, and it lands back on Slow King's head finally. And everybody is saved, and they all go home. And fucking Go gets his goddamn Magikarp back.
Does he go back and tell the people so he wins the
No,
competition?
of course. The episode cuts back to Team Rocket. Ready? Again, hard cut. And then Team Rocket says exactly what they said earlier in the episode, which is that they're bored. And they said, okay, why don't we call the Pelipper? And so they go, and the doorbell rings, but it's not the Pelipper. It's the guy who fucking Go was up against in the Magikarp jump competition. And then James just closes the door in his face and turns to the camera and just goes like, that's all, folks. And the episode just fucking ends. What? I cannot stress to you, it's probably the weirdest episode of Pokemon I've watched almost every single series in its entirety.
I was gonna say, what is this weird fever dream of a Pokemon
It was
episode?
real. It was like, I was like, the whole time I was like, this is fucking me up so hard. There's a scene where they're training the Magikarp and they get fucking ripped. And I shit you not, they have Ash and Go with like muscle man bodybuilder bodies with Speedos. And then the Magikarp jumps into frame, and the Magikarp has a 12-pack. I counted.
Whoa.
And I had to look at that with my eyeballs, with both of them. I had to see that image of 10-year-old Ash with a bodybuilder body and a fucking Speedo, like a fucking Machamp, like, dick out. Like, what the fuck? Why does the Magikarp have abs? Sorry, I've been wanting to tell you about that like all day, and I'm glad I got to recite it all on this fucking podcast.
Whoa.
It was fucking nuts. I gotta bring up the video and show you Magikarp in space, because that was just like, I was like, what the fuck? That Magikarp is dead, like, for real. Alright, what'd you guess again? Does anyone remember?
Oh, the spring that crashed back down to Earth.
Okay, no, it had nothing to do with that. It was a hang glider that has a jetpack on it. You're fucking out of control!
Okay, I feel like the aerodynamics of that would just cause you to just dive bomb into the ground.
Or just like start spiraling uncontrollably like a football.
Yeah.
You're just like, and you explode.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you would vomit. God, what if you vomit in a vortex? Do you just like get slapped back with your own vomit, and then you and the vomit are just traveling in a tornado?
Yep.
That sucks. All right, you ready to end the episode? I don't think anything can top that Magikarp thing.
Yeah, that Magikarp thing was fucking wild.
All right, you made it to the end, baby. Don't forget to enter those sweepstakes. Biscoff boy, hashtag yeah. We put some videos. There's a YouTube video with a slight animation on it. If you like to watch on YouTube, you can comment, subscribe. We're trying to get 100 subscribers so we can get a unique URL on YouTube. Until then, you just gotta look up GuESPers and look for our podcast. We got Twitter. I post 5-minute memes when I remember, which is most of the time, maybe.
Most of the time,
And
yeah.
updates on there. I took a couple weeks off because I was sick. I'm back now. Still sick, though. We got the Tumblr page I mentioned 8 times, episode corrections, and follow along guest lists go up on there. If you're tuning in now, you missed all the guest lists, so I guess you gotta listen to the episode again. Too bad.
Oh no.
Mason, you got anything for the poop shoot?
You did the guest list, you did the Twitter, you did the YouTubes.
Mm-hmm.
We got email, GuESPersPodcast@gmail.com.
If you do it, I'll psychically read your email on the podcast. Nobody's taking me up on it. It's fine, though. I'm not upset, Terry.
Well, man, Terry's gonna be listening to this and goes like, "Ah, shit, I didn't even email them yet."
I was thinking about it. She fucking got me. She's so good with her psychic waves. Remember when we did ladder and cherry picker? Hell yeah.
Hell yeah! I remember when the first
Hot dog?
hot dog.
Oh my god, hot dog.
Hot dog.
We're saying hot dog because on one of our first ever mind melds, we actually did mind meld and it was a hot
I
dog.
think it was the first ever mind meld we
And
did on
we've
the show.
never been good again.
And it was the first guess. It was like number 1
And
out
we
the
just
gate.
fucking
Just
nailed
said hot
it.
dog.
Alright. Mason, you got anything else?
No. I think we're pretty good.
Alright, we're gonna plow the field so we can do our chaos gardening. Mason, you wanna sing us on out?
Yeah. We didn't get anything right today, but we sure had a lot of fun.
I like that. That was more like a fun in the summer though, and less like I'm chaos gardening.
I was going for chaos control. I was trying to do butt rock.
Oh, it's definitely butt rock. You nailed it.
Okay, cool, awesome. This is where the guessing ends.